A definition of conditional sentence first. Conditional is a type of sentence with a condition and a result. It means a conditional sentence consists of two clauses, right? And first clause is called if clause or condition clause, and the second clause is called result clause, right? Now you must be wondering, what is a clause? So clause is a group of words that forms part of a sentence, right? Now there are 5 types of conditional sentences, but today we are going to take up only 4 types, right? First is zero conditional, second is real conditional, third is unreal conditional, and the last one is impossible conditional, right? I hope I am clear now. Nitya, you will explain the concept using your slides. Over to you, Nitya.
Okay, ma'am. Let's start with the intro first. Conditional is a type of sentence that is made up of a condition and a result. They are mainly of two clauses. The first clause is for the condition and the second clause is for the result. They mainly start with if or when.
Okay, fine. Next slide, please.
Zero conditional. It refers to a situation which is generally true. Mostly, these sentences are used for explaining scientific facts or the facts which are generally true. For example, if you heat water above 100 degrees, it boils.
Okay.
Another example is
okay.
If you heat ice, it melts.
Okay, fine.
There are two clauses. The first clause is for the condition and the second clause is for the result.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me add on one more point. We use, just remember, we use zero conditional to talk about scientific facts and general truth. Okay, we use zero conditional to talk about scientific facts and general truth, like things which we cannot change and things which always remain the same, right? For example, if you expose phosphorus to sun, comma, it burns. So it's a scientific fact. Similarly, second example, if you heat water to 100 degrees Celsius, comma, it boils. So these are the scientific facts you cannot change. Very, very well said. And Nitya, can you please explain its formation?
Yes, ma'am. Its formation is made up of if plus present simple plus present simple.
Okay. It means when you are forming a sentence of zero conditional, in the conditional clause or in the first clause you will use if plus present simple tense, and in the result clause you will use only present simple, that is only present indefinite tense. Okay, so there will be no change in zero conditional. Now I'll move on to the next slide. Yes, Nitya.
First conditional. It refers to a situation which is realistic or a possible condition and its likely result. For example, if you study hard, you will pass the exam.
Okay.
These sentences are used for high possibility of something happening. As I said, if I study hard, I'll pass the test. It's not guaranteed, but it is very likely to happen.
Okay.
And that is a first condition. All you have to do is remember that these sentences are used to talk about things that have a high chance of happening.
Exactly. Very true. Okay. So first conditional is also called real conditional. It means it is used to talk about a condition which is possible to be fulfilled. Remember, which is possible to be fulfilled in the present time and is possible result in the future. Okay, so there is a high possibility of condition to be fulfilled, okay, in the real conditional sentence. I hope it is clear now. Formation. How a real conditional sentence is formed. A real conditional sentence is formed by using, obviously, in the condition clause you will use if plus simple present tense, then you will put a comma, and in the result clause you will only use simple future tense. I hope it is clear. And I would like to give one more example here before I move on to the next one. If he works hard, the condition is if he works hard, comma, he will definitely pass. I think it is clear. Nitya, move to the next slide.
Second conditional. It refers to a situation that is impossible or unlikely to happen. They are mostly used to talk about imagined or unreal ideas in the present and future. For example, if I were you, I would quit cheating on tests. If I were you, I would quit cheating on tests. I can't be you. Another example is if I was born in UK, I would be very good at English. I can't be born.
I would like to do one correction here. It should be if I were, not was. Okay, so just correct it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now, second conditional is also called imaginary conditional sentence or unreal conditional sentence. How? Basically, second conditional or imaginary conditional sentence is used to talk about a hypothetical situation, right? Or an imaginary condition or an unreal condition. It means this type of conditional sentence is used to only make imaginary sentences, right? Now, like a condition which is not possible to be fulfilled in the present or in future. So in such a in second conditional sentence, you cannot fulfill the condition. Similarly, if the condition cannot be fulfilled, so how we can expect the result to occur? So also we cannot expect the result to occur since we cannot fulfill the condition. It is totally an imaginary conditional sentence, right? Like in short, you can say that just to express any of your imagination or vague ideas, you can use second conditional, that is unreal conditional sentences. Now its formation is if clause will always be written in simple past tense, and for result clause we will use would or could or might followed by base form of verb, right? I hope it is clear. Now I would like to give 2-3 more examples for better understanding of this concept. For example 1, if I were a butterfly, if I were a butterfly, comma, I would fly. So here the condition is if I were a butterfly. I cannot be a butterfly. I'm a human being. So the statement is totally an imaginary statement. It cannot be true in present or in future. Okay, it is totally a hypothetical situation. Now, second example, if horses had wings, comma, they would fly. Again, this is impossible to fulfill in present or in future. Similarly, the last one, if I were Bill Gates, comma, I would do charity work. Okay, now move on to the next one. Next
Third
slide.
conditional.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Third conditional. It refers to a past situation that differs from reality. These sentences are mostly used for talking about our regrets and disappointments.
Okay.
These sentences specifically talk about unreal past. For example, if I had studied, I would have passed the exam.
Okay. So the last one is impossible conditional or third conditional, right? So impossible conditional is used to talk about something in the past. Here, remember, time frame is gone, time frame is past. It means in impossible conditional sentences, neither the condition can be fulfilled nor the result will be there, because it only talks about past tense. So time frame is past. Okay? And formation for if clause, you will use past perfect tense, and for result clause, you will use would have plus past participle form of verb. And please remember, you are not supposed to put here plus mark. Here you will put, after the completion of the first clause, you will always put comma followed by the result clause. I hope it is clear, but before I end this session, let me give you one or two examples of this kind. If she had studied well, if she had studied well, comma, she would have got 95%. Second sentence, if you had come last week, if you had come last week, comma, I would have given my notes to you, right? I think everybody has understood. And with this, I'm going to end this session. Okay.